to give. Haliburton looking. Haliburton driving, pulls off, jump shot. It's good! It's good!
Tyrese Haliburton was the star of the night in Oklahoma, shutting down the entire arena with his game-winning shot in the final second of the match. The Thunder looked to be in control of the entire match, but the Pacers did what they do best, coming back. Even being down 15 didn't demotivate this group of players, and with 1 second to go, Haliburton made sure to let everyone, including the MVP Shai, know how he feels about the most overrated player award. But can the Pacers ride on this momentum and steal the second game as well? And if so, is the chip finally coming to Indiana? It seems like Tyrese Haliburton is a man of many talents, but winning games with 5 seconds or less to play in the fourth quarter or in overtime might be his biggest one. He is now tied with Reggie Miller in the all-time list in that regard, after his 5th game-winning shot against the Thunder, trailing only LeBron James in that regard. This season, Haliburton is 13 out of 15 on shots inside the final 2 minutes to tie or take the lead, including overtime. A stunning 86.7%, which is something that SGA and the Thunder will have a massive problem dealing with as we move forward. The game seemed to be in the command of the Oklahoma City Thunder. They have been leading for the majority of it, and they went to halftime with a stellar 12-point lead, 57-45. The domination continued in the second half as well, and at a certain point in the fourth quarter, the Thunder were up as many as 15 points. But the Pacers have done their ritual of coming back, slowly but surely. With a minute remaining, the game stood at 110-109, and with a second to go, it was still the same result, before Haliburton made the legendary shot that was contested by Lou Dort. It was very difficult to imagine him missing this, considering he's been on fire the entire series, but after all, this is what Hallie does best. It was also the latest game winner in an NBA Finals contest since Michael Jordan's buzzer beater to sink the Jazz back in 1997. Also in Game 1, when talking about his team and how they fought back from such a significant deficit, Haliburton said, "We've just had to figure out how to win in so many ways all year. We're just a really resilient group. I'm just really proud of this group. We keep believing and we stay together. It isn't over until it's over." But after Game 1 ended, Pascal Siakam and Tyrese were heard talking in the hallway, in which they went on to address the weaknesses in Game 1. Siakam dropped a stern warning, "We didn't even play well," which should make a lot of OKC fans think as to what is going to happen if they are going to kick it up a notch and not commit so many turnovers. Elaborating further on Game 1 and addressing the weakness of his own team, Siakam said, "We know we turned the ball over way too much. It's just not who we are. Credit to the defense. They were just on another level, but we just kept going. We know we're nowhere near where we need to be in terms of just offense. We've got a lot of work to do. We've got to get back and get better. We didn't play to the level that we thought we could play." The reactions from NBA legends arrived immediately. Magic Johnson made sure to pay respect where respect is due, whereas the WNBA superstar Caitlin Clark said, "You can't make this up." The scary part? The Pacers didn't even play good basketball for the majority of the match. Apart from the 24 turnovers, they had only 7 blocks and 1 steal throughout the entire game. And even though their shooting percentage was great, 47.6 in total and 46.2 behind the arc, they only went to the charity stripe 21 times as a team. For instance, the Thunder attempted 24 free throws, but the most interesting part is that Shai was limited to just 8 free throws. It might be a great indicator that we are going to witness a different version of the Thunder team that needs to adapt to the Pacers, but what we must not forget is that Shai racked up 30 shots in a game, all of this to score 38 points, 7 of which came from the charity stripe. It's definitely not a great look for the MVP, despite having the night of his career when it comes to opening an NBA final in a proper manner. So, which night was spoiled the most? I assume we need to take SGA play into account. The MVP played like one and dropped 38 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. It was lovely to watch him play effectively on both ends of the court, but his team failed when they shouldn't have. In crunch time. This is why the coach of the Thunder, Daniel, spoke about how they aren't taking these series for granted and why the Pacers are a team that have proven their worth time after time in these playoffs. Speaking about them after the match, the head coach of OKC said, "That's a really good team. Credit them for not only tonight, but their run. They've had so many games like that that have seemed improbable, and they just play with a great spirit and they keep coming. They keep playing." Why is this comeback of the Pacers so special, you might ask yourself? Well, they staged the biggest fourth quarter comeback in a finals game since the Dallas Mavericks came from 15 down to beat Miami back in 2011. Surprisingly enough, there's a striking similarity between that Dallas team and this Pacers one, their coach. Rick Carlisle is a very smart man, and you don't get to the level you are without understanding the game from its core.
I go back to coaching. You look at Rick Carlisle and what Rick Carlisle's done in games like this, and this is amazing. Trailing by 15 plus points in the fourth quarter, NBA Finals or Conference Finals since 2003.
That's impossible.
4 or 5, almost 50% of the time, his team wins.
Yeah.
Every other coach, 0-128. So there's
182.
or 182. Excuse me.
When the Pacers were down 15 in the fourth quarter, he subbed out all 5 players, seeking a spark. In the next 3 minutes, the Pacers outscored the Thunder 15-4, a strong foundation for the remarkable comeback that was only crowned by the game-winning shot of Haliburton. The bombshell on Shai. It ruined what could have been a perfect statement-making night for the MVP. His 38 points were the 3rd most in an NBA Finals debut behind Allen Iverson, who scored 48 points in 2001, and George McCann, who scored 42 in 1949. Game 2 is played on Sunday night, and while both teams have time to recover, I doubt that the Thunder will be resting easily, knowing that the Pacers' strongest weapon is something that could haunt them for the remainder of these matchups, coming back when it matters the most. And while I don't want to underestimate the current constellation of the Pacers, I doubt that the Thunder will have any easier path to the championship when it comes to their competitor from the East. But what needs to be added is that this group of players has worked wonders when it mattered the most, and even when you force 25 turnovers from them, it is not enough to make them lose confidence and lose the game in such a competitive environment. Even if they are going to lose game 2, the Pacers did what has been asked of them. They stole a game on the road, and they did it in the most important manner possible, game 1. This gives them an opportunity to steal game 2 as well, and is giving them a momentum that the Thunder would kill to have right now. It would be interesting to see how Shai will lead his team in the following period, but the Pacers sent a stark reminder: we are not here to just compete, we're here to win it all. With all this in mind, what do you think about the Pacers' stunning Game 1 win? And do you think they can ride on this momentum to steal Game 2 as well, headed to their home court with such a strong lead? Let us know in the comments below, and once you do that, make sure to click on the video that appears on your screen right now.